It's time for The Local with your host and realtor, Katie McKinney.
Hey guys, it's Katie, and today I've got the privilege of having on Jose Garcia.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, I am. Jose, tell us a little bit about yourself. What is your job title?
My job title out here at CM Brothers is being general manager in sales.
General manager in sales. That's an official title right there.
Yeah.
General manager of sales. And again, if you didn't hear it, CM Brothers is where he works. CM Brothers is a family-run business. They do sell automobiles,
Right.
vehicles. Only vehicles?
Only vehicles for now.
Right now.
Yes.
Got it. For now, only vehicles. And I wanted to have you on mostly because we're both young professionals in the Woodward area, Northwest Oklahoma, and your family-run business. You've kind of, we met obviously through real estate.
Yes.
Got to sell them a cool house, and
Yeah.
then obviously just kind of been connected ever since about kind of the struggle, but also kind of the fun and the hustle of being a young professional in Woodward, and especially in sales. So thanks for being on.
Thank you.
Yes, of course. So tell us a little bit about where you're from.
I'm from Liberal, Kansas. It's
Liberal.
Kansas, the
Got it.
southwest part of Kansas.
Okay.
Was been there for about mostly all my life, probably till 23 years old, and then I moved to a place to Hays, Kansas.
Hays, Kansas.
Yes.
Okay. And did you graduate from Liberal?
Yes, I graduated from Liberal. I got my associate's degree there at the JUCO College.
Oh, good. Good.
In criminal justice.
Oh,
actually.
Perfect.
Yeah.
well, you and I both have degrees that have nothing to do with our careers.
Right?
Who cares, right?
That's how that works.
We tried it, we got it,
Right.
whatever, we moved on.
Exactly.
So then you moved to Hays. What'd you do in Hays?
In Hays, I was there as a retail associate for a lumber yard.
Oh, cool.
Where I sold windows, doors, roofing, well, pretty much everything in the house.
Yeah. Okay, got it. And is that where you kind of came to the love of sales?
Well, yes, that's how I started loving more loving in the retail sales and stuff like that.
Got it.
And then that's when I started adjusting myself to the car sales because I had something with the car sales that I liked.
Yeah. Have you always liked cars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What's not to like about a car, right?
Right.
Yeah.
It gets you to point A to point B.
Exactly. So how did you get to Woodward then from Hays?
It was actually kind of a leap of faith.
Okay.
I
like those.
We had a friend here that his car broke down, and so we came down here to pick up his car and take it back to Kansas. Well, at the time, we stayed here for about 3 days, and we kind of liked the area. We kind of scouted the area to see what's here and stuff like that. And pretty much we did a game plan and said, hey, let's go.
Do it. Wow, that is a leap of faith. Wow. So what year was that?
That was in 2017.
Okay.
I think we were here June.
June of 20. That's when I started real estate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So we have really good starts so far. A lot of similarities there. And so, was it just you or people with you, family?
It was my family. It was pretty much my father-in-law and his brother.
Okay.
Both Jesus and Ramiro. We all three came down here and we started building the business on A Street, and with a few of our investors, they helped us out in the beginning.
Of course, awesome. Well, one thing I have always thought was just so wonderful about CM Brothers is that it is family run.
Yes.
And so when you go in, it feels like family run. You can always tell when there's a difference, and not that the other is not good. It's just there's just a difference.
Exactly.
Everybody they treat each other with even more respect. It seems like, and rather than a transactional thing, it's family.
Right.
So I love that part. So were there any like what is it? One struggle when you start out in auto sales, especially. There's obviously some dealerships were already here in 2017. Some very established. What's one thing that was kind of something that you had to tackle from the beginning?
From the beginning, I think it was mostly getting the confidence of the community to buy cars from us because they're the new guys in the block.
Yeah.
They don't know what kind of cars we're bringing and stuff like that. So it took us a good year before we can start building our business and people trusting us in our vehicles that we're providing for them.
Sounds like a very similar story that I have as well. So that's really neat. And you're right. I mean, it takes a little bit.
Yes.
And that's what's hard, whether it's a young professional or not a young professional, just someone new to the area. It takes a while. And like you said, it's not necessarily, yes, there's a learning curve sometimes, and you're learning so quickly, but it's a lot of times it's the trust part. It's the trust factor. Can they trust me with their home? Can they trust me through that process? Same thing with the car. I mean, it's a huge investment. Yes. Some cars are more expensive than houses. And so that's definitely a huge trust factor there. So yeah, that makes sense, as that was one of the biggest struggles there.
Yes. And the biggest thing too is the word of mouth.
Yes.
It's the biggest thing, because once a person buys a car from us,
right,
then they go tell their family, they go tell their friends, hey, go to CM Brothers, they have this car and these prices.
Yeah. Well, and I love that you guys have your stickers on the back of the car. Yeah. I think I've seen a lot in license plates and stickers, because then every time I see it, it's like the shaking of hands, and it says CM Brothers, and I know where that car came from. It's great marketing, obviously, but it is word of mouth, like you said. I mean, there's the word of mouth. You found me through word of mouth. Yes. And so that's a huge thing, and it takes a little bit. A lot of young professionals, I feel like, this is one of the other reasons I wanted to have you on, is a lot of young professionals think, I'm going to get into this industry, I'm going to start my company, I'm going to start a company with someone else maybe, and it's just going to all happen. Like, if I work hard, it's just going to happen automatically.
It's going to be 1 year.
1 year, we're going to have everything figured out. Yes. And it's just not that way. It's, though you working hard is obviously necessary, it takes a little bit to get there. And so with auto sales or real estate or anything for young professionals, kind of just know that what we've kind of understood is it takes a little bit.
It does.
Yeah, most definitely. So what's one of your favorite parts about the auto sales industry?
I think one of my favorite part is once the sale is done. The sale is done and you see their smile, and they say, I finally got a car. And without no credit, without bad credit, good credit, I finally got my car. And I think that's the biggest feeling of like a salesperson can have.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, amen to that, especially whenever it is actually closed, because there's a lot that you go through between here and there sometimes. Yes. I know it is a little bit different on the real estate side, but one thing I love about y'all's company is your slogan, which I know you've got probably several, but one of the slogans is your job is your credit. Yes. Right? So I saw that on the window there. Yeah. So tell us first, before we get there, where's your new location?
It's over here on 2221 Southwest Main Street. Okay. It's right behind Great Plains Bank. Got it. I think it's the corner of Texas and Maine. Yes. Yeah. Okay. That's where we're at now.
Perfect.
We didn't disappear.
No. They were on 8th Street, and then they were, and I saw their transition, and I mean, I drive right there all the time, mostly going to McDonald's, or they have some great restaurants right there, or Great Plains. So yeah, just right behind Great Plains, on the kind of a curve.
Yes, kind of exiting the Main Street.
Right. Yeah, it would be exiting Main or exiting Oklahoma Avenue.
Right.
Perfect. Okay, and so tell me about your slogan. Your job is your credit.
Your job is your credit. So pretty much it's saying, it's like, if you have a job, then pretty much you're gonna get approved. Yeah. Most people think that you have to have a 800 credit score,
exactly,
or you have to have perfect credit, stuff like that. In our industry, it doesn't work that way. Yeah. As long as you have a job, can provide proof of income, proof of address, provide full coverage insurance, then you're pretty much approved in 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's really nice, and I think it's for a lot of different reasons, but credit is hard for people. Yes, it's a hard concept to tackle. It's a hard concept to, or even a number to get, to improve. So many different things factor into it, and so I saw that on y'all's window the other day, or on the building, and I love that, because though in real estate you have to have credit a lot of times to get a loan for obvious reasons, but I do love that you have that opportunity for people who aren't there yet. They're getting there, they're working hard, they have a job, they're working very, very hard sometimes, but it's just hard to get to that extra step. So one thing I really appreciate about your company is being able to be there for everyone, as long as they are willing to work for it. So that's neat. That's neat. So tell me a little bit about kind of y'all's plans for the future, if you have any that you can share.
Well, I can't share them all. But, yes. One of the things that our goal is to start upgrading our inventory. Good. And having a lot more vehicles, more third row. I know around here a lot of people have been requesting farm trucks with a flatbed. and we're working on it. It's just taking us a little bit more time.
Yeah.
But those are some of the plans that we have. We have plans in the future to get more giveaways, more promotional items, and stuff like that.
Josh, don't listen to this one. He loves feed pickups with flatbeds. So.
Oh yeah. Well, if he's looking
he'll be visiting.
one.
Yeah, he'll be visiting soon, I'm sure. Well, awesome. I mean, that's good. It's good to hear.
Right.
Everyone's always expanding, growing, improving, and whether it's in whatever industry, you always look to improve. So it's good to hear that you guys are. And what other services do you provide there? Is it just the sales? Are you doing any of the mechanic work, or kind of what is the thing there?
So pretty much is that we just do the buy here, pay here.
Okay.
We work on our vehicles on our own.
Yeah.
But due to all the vehicles that we have to work on, we can't do anything outside of what is ours.
Of course.
So we just focus on our own cars.
Yes.
And so that's what we do.
Okay. Excellent. Well, I think that's good too, because you can focus. I know there's some people that have a whole nother separate mechanic shop or whatever, but I think sometimes there's a little bit of conflict of interest too. I don't know. I think of it as a real estate. If I'm going to work on the house and then I'm going to sell the house, how do I know it's going to be worked on? Well, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just one of those things. So I'm sure it applies to that as well. So, well, cool. That's expanding's always good.
Exactly.
Tell me one of your favorite parts about being a young professional in Northwest Oklahoma.
The learning process.
Okay.
Learning from different mentors of mine. I think here was a challenge because I came from Kansas into a new state.
Right.
I think that was one of my biggest challenge in order to adjust to the community and just learning because I'm still young and I'm still learning, and maybe here in 10 years I probably will learn a little bit.
Yeah,
but
won't know everything.
Not know everything.
Yeah.
So every day is a growing opportunity for me, and learning from different people, different business leaders here in Woodward have also taught me a few things as well.
Oh, great. That's excellent advice. And yeah, one of my favorite parts about living in Northwest Oklahoma too is there's a lot of people wanting to help young professionals.
Yes.
And not just young professionals, but people who are willing to work. So that's a really nice thing always to hear.
Yes.
So, well, thank you so much for being on The Local. Thanks for everything that you're doing for the community. Guys, if you need any type of vehicle, give Jose a call. Phone number is
580-256-2867. And also we have now our website, which is CM Brothers Autos with an S in the end.com.
Perfect. And find you at what location?
Location in 2221 Southwest Main Street here in Woodward.
Perfect. Keep it local. Keep it in the family run.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Jose, for being on.
Thank you for having me.